welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I wanted to do a little sentimental drugstore makeup thing. I don't know. I just wanted to show you some of my most sentimental drugstore makeup products I've had forever. Some things I've had a very long time that I don't use anymore, although I'm sure they'd be fine if I still used them. Some of them I pulled out of my drawers because I still use them from time to time, but a lot of them I have in this box. And then I got this box, of course, it's also sentimental. It's a Pacifica box. I'm sure this was a PR box of some sort, but Coffee Break with Danny used this to ship me something that I bought from her on Poshmark, and it was full of stuff, like tons of PR stuff I'm guessing she adds into the orders, and I couldn't bring myself to get rid of the box, but like a nice sturdy box always comes in handy for something. So some of this is not drugstore, so I'm gonna kind of pick through just the drugstore stuff to show you. And right when I opened this, I was like, oh yeah, oh my god. So yeah, let me just show you some of my things. Okay, so first up, a couple of things I still use. These Neutrogena Nourishing Long Wear eyeshadow palettes. I don't know why they discontinued these. If they still make them, let me know, but I haven't seen these in a long time. This is probably one of the best formulas I've ever tried at the drugstore. And does Neutrogena even make an eyeshadow anymore, other than the liquid ones they have now? I don't know. I don't think they do powder eyeshadows anymore. Anyway, they had these little palettes here, and then they also came out with singles that I found extremely comparable to the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow singles. Anyway, I'm not going to tip it all the way because most of these have come loose and they will fall right out. But these are so good. They're so smooth. They're so soft, so pigmented. They blend like a dream. They look so lovely on the eyes. There was that one. I have this, what is this one called? Cool Plum. Again, a super pretty, just like everyday kind of fun, neutral look. And then this one here called Classic Nude. Another really, really pretty one. They're just so soft. Like anytime I've pulled these out to use them, it's usually for Shop My Stash or something. They're just so good. Like this is an eyeshadow formula you want to rub between your fingers. But I wish they hadn't gotten rid of these. I still pull them out from time to time, but it's also one of those things that I'm afraid I'm gonna use it up, when in reality, I'm never going to use these all the way up. I have so many options, like I'm spoiled for choice right now, so I'm never gonna use them up, so when I do use them, I don't feel bad using as much as I want, but these are one of my favorite things and I can't get rid of them. They're still so nice. These I keep in my drawers that I still use. They weren't in the box here because I still pull them out from time to time. Another thing I keep in my cream blush drawer, and I really should use these again. And honestly, the only reason I stopped using them is because I guess I thought they would expire after like a year, which now I know is not the case because I have some cream blushes that I've had for like 5 years. And one I'm going to show you in here that I've probably had way longer than that. And it's still so creamy. So I know that these are going to be just as creamy as the day I bought them. And they're from Maybelline and they're called the Master Glaze Sticks. Do you remember these? Yes, I tried to collect as many as I could because I was obsessed with these. I bought the bronzers and the blushes, and this was back when brands would do like limited summer drops. I remember Maybelline, a couple of these were on this display that was just for summer. They came out with a couple limited edition shades. I scooped them up. And these are so good. The caps don't stay on pretty much at all anymore. They stay on just to like stay, but they're not click and closed. But this is one of the matte bronzers. Why don't I use this? I mean, it's really shiny. I'd probably use that as a highlighter now. These blushes though, like look at this one. This is a matte, like look at that. Why am I not using that? I need to put this on my face ASAP. But anyway, I stopped using them I remember mentioning in videos, like anytime I'd bring these up over the last few years, I've always said, I don't use them anymore. And I said that because I thought somebody would mention in a comment, oh my God, those are so old, why are you using those? And now I realize nobody cares and nobody's going to say that. Why don't I just use what I have, you know? But I always kind of forget about them now because I haven't used them in so long. But they look great. They smell like nothing. They don't have that clay, bad oil smell. Like preservatives, man. Just put preservatives in your makeup. It's fine. Look at that one. So pretty. You know what? I'm gonna use these. Maybe not in a video because you can't buy these. Not that I make videos for you to buy all this stuff anyway, but look at that. I'm not gonna swatch all of them. There's 4 more. See, the lids do not stay on, I'm telling you. Look, that lid came right off too. All the lids are kind of cracked around the edges, but there's that one, there's these 2. This is the one I used the most actually. This is the one in the shade Barely Pink, because I used it down. I actually had to twist it up. Oh my gosh, and look, that's all I have left. This one was nice. This must have been my favorite. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Look at that one. So pretty. I have got to use these. I have got to use these because you know what? One day they are going to go bad. And I guess all the lids are falling right off as I'm trying to pick them up. One day they are going to go bad and I'm going to regret not having used these. Like, just use them. If you use them up, just save the packaging. Like, I'm going to save these anyway. Even if they go bad, I'll just take the stick out or something. But let me know if you have these and if you still use them or if you even remember them. I remember them so well because I remember the advertising was so good for these. It was like intense blush on the model's face. I remember wanting to take that picture home from the display. I wanted it so bad. Okay, moving on. A few single eyeshadows here that I've had for well over 10 years. They're from Wet n Wild and they're the Mega Eyes eyeshadows. And now that I'm doing this, I feel like I've done this video before. I don't know, but it's been a while. Let's do it again. Why not? I used the absolute crap out of these single eyeshadows. Wet n Wild does still sell single eyeshadows, but nothing really fun like this anymore. Like here's the green, there's a purple with some gold flecks in it. This one I used so much. I also used this blue one called Cornflower so freaking much. Like I have so many pictures from back in the day where all I have on is this blue eyeshadow and a ton of black eyeliner. I actually did a video, it was a few years ago now, but I did a video like how I used to do my makeup and I pulled out, I think, this eyeshadow and recreated that look I used to do all the time. Loved these so, so much. I have tried these out not too long ago, but they don't last anymore. Like they have zero lasting power. You have to kind of reapply all throughout the day, which I don't want to do with my eyeshadow. But I keep these. I'll never get rid of them. Love them with all my heart. Another Wet n Wild item. This is the Color Icon Blush and Glow Trio in the shade Solar Powered. So look at this. Remember this packaging with Wet n Wild with that kind of big bulky thing? And it's funny that they made this so domed up because the powder in here isn't baked. It's not like domed up or anything, but they gave it such a big packaging. Anyways, I used to use this all the time. Like, look at that blush. I almost want to put that blush on right now. And just lightly, because I feel like it's going to be very pigmented. Oh my god, I'm barely touching my face, and look at all that blush that went on. Ooh! Okay, I love it. I just want to love it with all my heart. So pretty. You get like a bronzer, a blush, and then like a super glowy, I guess, bronzer or like a really, really golden highlighter. I was obsessed with this, and this also was back when Wet n Wild did really fun limited edition collections. Now they kind of do them so often and they're so like buy the whole PR box and stuff. I don't know, that just doesn't appeal to me anymore. I like going in and seeing the display and going like, oh my god, that's the thing I was looking for, and you find it and you buy it. Or you buy it online or something. But yeah, I miss this era of Wet n Wild when they were really fun. They still have some good stuff here and there, but their limited edition collections are never gonna be what they once were, and I love this with all my heart. Ooh, some more little palettes. Oh my gosh, the Almay Trios. Oh my gosh, okay. Almay still makes these. They look different now. I think they're in black packaging now, if I'm not mistaken. I actually have one. Let me grab it. I think I just saw it when I was looking for this stuff. Yeah, right on top. This is how they look now. This is how they used to look. So they still make these. I have one of them and it's quite nice. But they have these, and they're supposed to go like according to your eye color. And I remember, I don't know if they still do that, but they used to have a whole thing laid out on which things to get to make your eyes pop and which things would really suit your eyes. And they put out these trios to kind of help make an eyeshadow look. Like this is for your lid, that's for the crease, that's for like the brow bone, and then this is your eyelash, of course. I use these all the time, and I remember almost exclusively using these with my fingers, because when I first started wearing makeup and experimenting with makeup, I didn't have any brushes. I wish I still had this so badly, but it was a plastic case that opened like this, and all the brushes kind of fanned out. I remember getting it from Walgreens, and all the brushes kind of stayed like this, and I still have one or two of the brushes up in my like brush thing I have up there. They're hard as a rock. Like they are straw brooms compared to brushes that are out nowadays. But I pretty much only put on eyeshadow with my fingers, and this one in particular was my favorite. It's the color Satin Eye. This one broke out here, but that purple, like look at that big dip I put in it. I would just rub my finger back and forth here and put it all over my eyelid. I loved that purple so much. Oh my gosh, I want to get into it again. These little eyeshadow things from Rimmel, remember these? Now this would be so impractical, because look how tiny the spots are for like that dark blue, the black, and the white. Like you'd have to get the tiniest little brush in there. And what if you want to put the blue all over your eye as like a look? It's gonna take forever to get a brush in this little tiny spot and paint it on your eyelid. So impractical design, but very cute. I only really use the pink, again, exclusively with my finger. I could even see where I would go back and forth all the time in it. Loved that pink so much. There is one particular thing I'm looking forward to seeing in here. I'm sure we'll get to it. A few Jane items, and this was the first iteration of Jane. They did like try to bring Jane back. I don't think it really did as well. I don't think it had the nostalgia that it did, or that it once had. But there's another little duo like this. I don't think I have it anymore. I wish I still did. But it was a little duo like this. These are two like single eyeshadows that you can connect together. They were called Eye Zing Linking Duos. And of course, another purple one. One of the lids is broken off, the other one is not. I use this all the time. I had another one that were two brown eyeshadow shades. I literally used that one up till it was gone. I remember then getting one of those brushes from that little set and scraping out the corners. I wish I still had the thing, because I would like to just have it to kind of see it now. But yeah, I love this, and like look at this old design. Like the typography, the little squiggle underneath, like very Rocco's Modern Life. I love it. And then I bought two of these little singles too. This was called Gold and Copper. This is just a little duo, a little potted duo. Two nice little colors here. And then this other one I used the heck out of. It's another one of their Eye Zings called Hi Ho Silver. Look at that. I even hit pan on this one. Used the heck out of this, and I'm so glad I kept them. Some more palettes. I loved these Revlon palettes a lot. They still make eyeshadow palettes, but I'm not a big Revlon eyeshadow fan anymore. Well, they had a really good eyeshadow formula with the Shadow Looks books. What are they? Shadow, I have them right here. Or I'm sure I have them handy. If I look really quick. Oh look, here's one. These ones. These were so freaking good. Does Revlon still have these, or does the stores I shop at just not carry them? But if they discontinued these, they are out of their mind, because this was one of the best drugstore formulas out there. So freaking good. Such a well done little palette. Like, why'd they get rid of these? I don't know. But anyway, since they got rid of those, just, I don't know, just their eyeshadows don't interest me anymore. But I loved these palettes that they had for so long. Again, the purple and the silver, I was very into it back then. Here's another one with another gray color that I just used the heck out of. And then another one with the gray, of course, is the one that's the most used. I don't know why, I was just really into that look with tons of eyeliner back then. Look at this! Another Wet n Wild limited edition collection. Fun. Remember this fun from Wet n Wild? This was called Boardwalk Boozing. Oh my goodness. I miss this style of Wet n Wild eyeshadow pans, and I also miss this formula. This was really good. I do still have, what's the popular one that everybody had and everyone was crazy about back then? I'm sure I have it. Let me go get it. What was it called? I'm gonna remember it before I find it. Oh, I didn't remember. Comfort Zone! It was called Comfort Zone. This one. I keep this one with my regular eyeshadow palettes so I can remember to use it from time to time. I owned this before and I depotted all the eyeshadows and I have them in like my single palette little things from Adept. But I missed having this so much that I bought it on Poshmark. So I still have this, love it. I will never get rid of it. But of course I have this colorful one too. I didn't use this one too much. I remember it not being too good, but I did use that one a lot and a couple of these colors up here too. A couple of blushes. I have a couple of these Maybelline Dream Bouncy blushes. The blushes, I wish. I'm gonna scour the internet and find one of these to buy them. But they're the Dream Mousse blushes from Maybelline. They're from Maybelline, right? The Dream Mousse blushes. They've got to bring that formula back. It was so good. But anyway, I have a couple of the Dream Bouncy blushes. This is the shade Coffee Cake. I still pull this out from time to time, and you know what? It is just as creamy as the day I bought it. I don't know if it's going to swatch good because it is a really light color. It's just the perfect, like, light rosy nude. It's so good. I had this in a project pan that I attempted to do one of the many times I've tried. And I thought I was going to finish it up because I was like, well, I better use it. It's going to go bad. It's old, whatever. But then I loved it so much, I didn't want to finish it up. I know eventually I'll end up having to kind of reach for this more often, but it's perfectly fine. I have one more item in here that's drugstore. And I always wish I had saved the original one of these that I had, but I didn't. I ended up using it pretty much all the way up and I bought another one. And it's this eyeshadow from CoverGirl. This is the shade Tropic something. What was it called? Tropic Fusion. And I used one of these almost all the way up. Like, I was scraping the sides of this thing. This orange right here was the love of my life. I used this all the way up. It was the best orange I'd ever found in my entire life. And then once I bought this again, I never saw this quad ever again with CoverGirl. I don't know if they discontinued it or they were like, we don't need to be that fun anymore. So they discontinued this colorful one. But I went on a quest after that to find a replacement for this color, and I never did. For years, I always thought, oh, this is really close to that CoverGirl one. But I bet now if I use it, I wonder if it would still live up to what I thought it was. I might do that. That might be a fun video sometime this month to like use some of those freaking cream blushes from Maybelline and this eyeshadow I used to really love and just kind of see if it lives up to how it used to back then. I think that would be kind of fun. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But I wish I kept my original now because they changed the packaging by the time I finished that up, and I just remember like the nice rounded corners of their compacts, and I wish I had kept it. I don't know. That is it. Those are some of my sentimental products, things I will never get rid of, even if I don't use them all that much anymore, like these eyeshadows. I will never let these go. I'll never let the Jane stuff go. But I kind of want to use some of this in a video. Let me know what you'd like to see, and let me know what some of your sentimental makeup is, stuff you still hang on to, old packaging you still have. I would love to know. But that is it. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip down memory lane. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye. I desperately need something on my lips.